Hi, it's David here. I built a Shopify app that has gotten 200 stores to install it. Even though I had a pay plan, nobody upgraded. So if you're wondering if you should start a SaaS company or agency, this is the video for you because I've done it twice. And I wish someone had told me these three things before I got started. So a little story of how I started in the entrepreneurial journey. It was about 2 years ago and my company had a restructuring, which we all know that means someone is getting fired. And I was a software developer in the company and I volunteered myself to be restructured because I thought this is a sign for me to take my destiny and grab my fate and say, let's build something that I own. And at the time, initially, I wanted to build my own software and sell it and have people pay a subscription monthly or annually so I can just chill at the beach and do nothing. And that's what SaaS founders are doing mostly, right? And that's what I thought too, because that's what I see on social media all the time when people are talking about SaaS or the SaaS founder are building public and that's the lifestyle they're showing. And after building a few apps that are purely based on hobbies and nobody will ever use, I finally decided to listen to the online advice of talking to your user. So I finally found a few friends that are in the online jewelry stores, and I decided to build a Shopify app that help people measure their ring size. So traditionally, online jewelry store, they usually have to send you a ring sizer. So for you to know what the ring size of your finger is before they can send you the actual ring. So what the application I built for the Shopify app actually measure your ring size with the mobile phone, and then you can skip all that step between. Well, it's wildly useful, but nobody actually wanted to pay for this solution. They all got on the free plan and never upgraded. So this is the number one thing I wish someone has told me before I started my own company, is that if you are short on money or if you need to make money within the next 3 years, then SaaS is probably not the option just because it really takes time and for you to figure out everything and find the right idea and find the right solution for you to get product market fit. So if you really need the cash flow to support your cost of living, I would suggest starting an agency. That will be a lot faster for you to get cash flow. And taking on agency work is actually a practice to building SaaS because that gets you straight in front of the customer and you talk to them and they actually have a problem they want you to solve. So if you talk to more and more customers, then eventually you will have a SaaS idea that people are willing to pay for. So for number two, I wish someone has told me that to get out of the hourly trap as early as possible. So we are all used to charging by the hour just because that's mostly what the platform wants us to do. Things like Upwork or freelancer.com, things like that always push you to the hourly rate model. And that's what people are used to because they think that they pay for certain things, they need to have a concrete number tied to it. But it makes less and less sense since now that AI can do things so fast. And if you know how to use AI and all the tools that's available, you should be able to do things 10 times or 100 times faster than you used to be before. But the value that you provide, it should be the same. So charging by the hourly is not feasible in this era anymore. So I would suggest you think about a way where you can package your service as a retainer or a way where you can scale without having it linearly tied to your time. And number three is I wish someone had told me that you should always validate that people will be willing to pay and the problem is very real. So the reason why the first Shopify app that I built failed with zero revenue is because that I only talked to exactly one person and that person wasn't even the boss of that business. So in the end, he couldn't even make the decision to pay for the tool or not. So you always want to get to the decision maker. And secondly, you need to make sure that this problem that you're solving it is really, really painful. Either it's costing them money or costing them a lot of time as well. Sometimes it can be really painful because their employee is asking them about it as well. So when I transitioned from SaaS to agency and then agency to SaaS again, is mostly because that I knew eventually I want to get to that business model where it can scale without my time. But SaaS would just take a lot more time. And for me, my son was being born, and that puts a pressure on me to be able to provide for the family. So for me, that's really important to generate some cash and keep the dream alive. So for me, I really wanted to have a way where I can do things for clients, but at the same time have enough time to pursue other opportunities where I can build things and record video like this, for example, so I can help more people and think about the way I can bring more impact to the world. Thanks. I'm David. See you.